we're going to take a moment and look at some of the tools that are available on the Annotate tab. So if you're not on the Annotate tab at the top, please go there now. Again, most of these are available on the home menu. We're going to look at annotation specifically. But if you go to the Annotate tab, there's more options, and that's what we're going to look at. Under text, a lot of this we've already covered. You have multi-line and single line. Again, I would stay with multi-line. We have a spell check option, which is not available on the home tab. If you go back and look, we don't have that option right here. And so on the Annotate tab, we have the spell check, which is very helpful. Or you can just, as you can see here, type in the word spell from the command line. It'll start it. This is just a list of the available text styles that we've discussed. If you want to hit the Manage Text Styles, it'll take you to the dialog box to where you can create new ones or modify. And again, you can also use this little arrow at the bottom right to get to text styles as well. So if you click this, you'll also bring up the text styles dialog box. This is just a find text option. Just if I type in a word, it'll go find it for me, and I can correct it if I want to. But also remember, if you're in multi-line text, and I place some text right here, that I can also, inside of the text editor for multi-line text, I have a find and replace option up here at the top. So that will find in this specific group of text I've selected, it'll find certain words and replace them. Okay, this is just simply a find. If I type in the word title and hit enter, it'll go find it, and then I have the option to replace it with something else. And I can replace just this in one instance, replace all, or go to the next one, or say I'm done, whichever. If I hit list results, it'll actually list all of them, tell me where it's at. I have some options over here that I can choose from. So a lot of power in that little tool. And then this is just, of course, the text height. So I have some to choose from. I can't really change it right here. If I select my text, then I can actually change the height over here if I would like in the properties here in the quick properties. But all I can do up here is just switch it. Okay, so this is just a drop down menu. Below the text drop down here, we have only two options, and they're very simple. One is just a scale, which is something that's been discussed previously. I can scale the text up or down. So if I choose this, it's going to ask me to select the objects. I would select the text, right click, hit enter, and it's just going to give me a bunch of options. I can enter a base point for scaling, which is what I would want to do right now. I can pick a different justification point as far as where I want to scale it from. I can say left side, and then it's going to assume left side of the text. What's my new height? Type in the scale factor, it'll scale it up or down. It's a pretty simple tool. The only part that you have to keep in mind is when you select the object to scale and then right click or hit enter, it's going to give you a lot of options as far as where do I want my base point to be. Do I want it to be existing, meaning where I've originally started my mtext, or do I want to choose the top left, top center, top right, a different point as my base point for that particular piece of text. But that's all there is to that. And then you just enter the scale factor for the text. Again, I could choose the top left hand corner, or we'll say the top right hand corner in this case, just because it's something different. So the top right hand corner is now the base point, and now what's the new model height? And again, we'll say 1.5, so 1.5 times its original size. And then from that top right hand corner, which is over here, it then scaled it 1.5 times this way. Okay, so that's how it works. And then the other tool is just a justify tool. I can select the object, right click or hit enter, and justify it a different way. Make it left, make it right, however. But you can also do those types of things by clicking the text, looking at the properties. I can change the justification here, or of course if I double click it into the edit feature, I can also justify it up here. So there's different ways to go about it. But those are just some of the text tools that I just wanted to make sure we knew about on the Annotate tab.